Hi everyone, my name is Richard Mohabir, and today I want to talk about Tabla discussion. And I posted my link on my Facebook page, which is I'm sorry, facebook.com/Richard Mohabir. Today I wanted, to talk about um, Tabla, which is widely popular used instrument, and the reason I want to talk about it because it's so fascinating in its own, own mind. But excuse me. Yes. So it has its own sound, and it has its own it's hard to really say what tabla really is. And I mean the information is just goes back centuries. Um, it is known that Amir Khusru had split the pakawaj he was playing and turned it into a tabla. Now this is all over Google. Brought you could just look this up. This is true. Now I don't know people. This is very debatable situation. We all need to debate about. Now Harish Singh asked me a very important question relating to that, which puzzled me for a couple seconds. I mean minutes. Sorry. And what I wanted to say was, his question was very interesting, and it had me thinking for a couple hours. I mean, a couple minutes. Sorry. And what was that? Was he said difference between handmade and machine chiseled diamonds. Um, I'm waiting. Just give me a second. I will wait till I get some viewers, or if anybody's up. I just wanted to get do a tabla broadcast on tablas. So I will give me a second. Let me post this link. I've been trying to get it all over my. Even I'm doing also what I'm doing right now. I'm doing on my Dolak Repair page. So check it out at Dolak Repair. Facebook.com/Dolak Repair. More information on pricing will be on my site. You can also contact me. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, I'll put a tabla solo on just to drown out my washer. Just give me 1 second, guys. And I just want to get some viewers on here, so okay, I'm going back to my page. Oh, and for the fun of it, I'm just gonna put like a tabla, play some Zakir Hussein. It's a relatively long file, so here it goes.
Did you take your small business to a regional sales conference? A very important regional sales conference? Business trips can be tax deductions, and TurboTax gets you every deduction you deserve. Intuit TurboTax. It's amazing what you're capable of.
That was TurboTax, reminding you that tax day is, I think, passed. Has it passed? Yeah. So again, to the discussion. I will put some background music. And give me 1 second. Let me lower my speaker. Okay, guys.
भूतगणादि सेवितम् भूतगणादि सेवितम् कपित्तजम्बू फलसारम् पक्षितम् उमा
Okay.
उमासुतम् उमासुतम् शोकविनाशकारणम् शोकविनाश कारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्
Okay, guys. Just wanted to let that prayer ring out. Okay, guys, we're coming back. Just wanted to let that ring out. Trying to get some viewers on here.
How many letters? 5 letters.
Okay, guys. Just trying to get some viewers on here. Um, thank you all for watching and for hearing. Sorry, I thought I had the camera on. Now, sorry, the ad came up on the tabla solo. Now, Haresh Singh, tabla player, asked me. I asked, what do you want to talk on tabla broadcast, discussion broadcast? Now, he asked a very good question that puzzled me for quite some minutes.
Think about what am I doing
Hold
right
on,
now?
give me 1 second. Let me lower down this.
Smile. Uh-huh.
Sorry, those ads. Now, I'm gonna read you what a lot of people posted on Google, and I want you to debate. And we're gonna debate. As we debate, we're gonna talk about the differences, similarities, and different dying heads. Okay, a moderator posted on a site in Google. The main difference is in the heads. Simply put, the Calcutta heads are thinner than Bombay parentheses or Delhi, Benares, or Hyderabad heads. Thus, Calcutta tablas are easy to play in the sense that you don't have to strike the drum as hard to get a good sound. At their best, Calcutta tablas produce a sweet bell-like tone that one hears in the playing of Pandit Swapan Chaudhary. The downside of Calcutta heads is that they tend to not last as long as their thicker counterparts. Bombay heads are thicker and thus more durable. At their best, they produce an earthy, woody sound that one hears in the playing of Ustad Zakir Hussain. These are generalizations, of course. Tabla heads are animal products and thus varying greatly. Some Calcutta heads will last for years, and some Bombay heads will wear out quickly. In conclusion, one style is not better. A lot of one's preference is based on where in India your teacher is from and what kind of sound you're used to. And honestly, these shells are very different, should I say. Hold on, let me pan back to the... Okay. Now, that paragraph at the end, the sentence, that sentence said, now, it varies on your sound preference. Now, I mean, it's like, look at Usad Zakir's tablas are made from Vatkar. Now, his buying is so amazing. I'm hearing it right now. And the reason is same thing like as goes for a die-in. The buy-in has to be weighted more, a little heavier. So I mean, and it depends on what kind of diameter the the base can the metal shell can produce. I have 3 shells, double shells, and all 2 are from Bina, from what I just noticed, and one is what I bought on Liberty Avenue in Queens. Now, the Beana's, it's an alright brand. It's not best. It's not, it's average. I will get my tablas from Muqtadas probably, or from another source. I mean, Beana heads are, good. I mean, shells. They're very heavy. I know Ali Akbar College sells their heads. I mean, their buy-ins very heavy. My friend who has a pair of Ali Akbar College music store tablas say that his buy-in is at least 10. I think more than 15 pounds, which is crazy. Getting back to the question was the difference between handmade and chisel. It depends on your sound, like the paragraph stated. It is very debatable. We could debate on this for hours, and it depends. Chiseled out is, I mean, there's not have been a research from what I know that says, okay, chisel is better than machine, or machine better than machine better than chisel. There's everybody's debating, and by this debate, it's very debatable what your sound is, and sometimes I didn't even know what my Bina shells. My Bina shells is chiseled out. I mean, hand machined. All my diamonds are hand machined. I mean, not hand machined, machine chiseled. Um, I think there's a sound difference, or it could be a sound difference. Remember, but you have to understand that your tabla also depends on the wood, the thickness, and all these other options. Also, in one sense, it goes on your sound. I mean, like I said, getting back to the sound preference. It could be out of preference too. Maybe you like a heavier die-in. Maybe you don't like it chiseled. Like I said, I will get back to you on this, but I don't think there's ever been a video on YouTube or some kind of research saying chiseled is better than machined. Like I said, it's all your sound and what you prefer. I'm looking at a lot of websites right now just to show you the information from and I can't give you a definite. Sorry, I can't give you a definite answer on that because that would be my opinion. So, I mean, you can have the best head, and you can have the best tablet shell, die-in wise, and it may not even make a difference. I seen um cheap tablet sets, and it's rare that you get to hear them play very great, and I bought a tabla set from Liberty Avenue, and it cost me $125. Not bad. The buy-in was 9 1/4 inch, quarter inch, and the tabla was I think I have it here is 5.5. It's not bad. It plays good. For the purpose of this broadcast, I will show you that if a tabla head is made right, it will sound good. If it's and also you don't want to have cracks. So hold on. So now that's a cheap tabla shell. It's not from Bina, and Bina's alright, but now mind you, this head I don't play much, and it's a Sanskriti head. It plays good, plays great actually. I got a steel ring on the bottom of it. Now, guys, when you do your tablas, please have some
everything you own
ads now. Please have some kind of sense of what you want in your tabla. If you want a tabla, listen. If you want your tabla to last long, then I suggest you get a steel ring. It's a one-time investment, and nylon straps, also one-time investment. See, I know a lot of people are authentic. They want to go back to the fact that but steel rings have also been proven in a tension test that it will not break. And the kind of steel ring I have, it's very large. It's a 3/8 inch, which is thick like my finger, and it's 4.5 inches, and it fits nicely under any tabla shell. You don't have to chip it away. And however, if you want a steel ring, a stainless steel ring, like a shiny one, then I could get you a contact, and then you could contact me in my inbox where that gets rings like that. Now, it's not rocket scientist where where can I get one? It's the matter of fact of anybody can make one. And that fact and sense is you could make your own steel ring if you have the right ingredients. A nice torch with map gas, rods, anything. I know Shorty from goatskins.com makes steel rings. You could hit him up at I'll give you the number right now. And just give me 1 second. Yes, like I said, Shorty who makes 1/4, which is very thin, but steel rings. I'm not too sure if you want it thin. I'd rather have a thick welded, and it's like I said, these things everybody gotta look at, right? These things you gotta understand that these are one-time investments. And what I mean by one-time investments, people are looking at me like, what? One-time investments. There's no such thing as in a tabla. I think that there's a lot of one-time investments. For instance, take a look at the steel ring. Take, for instance, the head. I mean, the head can last you as long as you carry it. My head, the longest I ever had a tabla head was for 3 years, and it started to sound bad. The shy was getting old. Now this is a nice braid. This is a Sanskriti head, and I would shop there again. Now, you see here the sound, right? Now I'm going to pause this background music, and I'm gonna let you hear the full sound quality of this cheap tabla shell. Let me tune it a little. Sorry about that. I'm using drum rope, so see, it got high. I played this and I set it at C sharp, and look what it does. Yes, you will have highs and lows in your tabla. Everybody will. Now the steel ring makes it so that's the power of the steel ring. So once you have good rope or good pulling material. Now, this string was a demo. It's a demo tabla, meaning that it's this cord. It's not not gonna hold the tension as much as a strap would. Now we're trying to get that pitch up. Now, these things you got to look at, right? Steel rings. Steel rings are one of the best inventions. Whoever invented, God bless them. In a matter of fact, in a way, in a good way. Whoever decided to use, steel rings, were geniuses. Whoever found out that it will, supply the tension across the head was genius. Because I was, puzzled. How can I get this thing? How can I get this? How can I get this tabla to ring? How can I get this tabla to stay at C sharp? How can I, it's honestly, a lot of people I started, and I'm not taking the credit that I had brought it out to, but a lot of years ago, I'm just making to prove the fact that I did not bring the steel ring out, and and I don't brag, and I don't like to. But a lot of years ago, everybody was using regular klindels, and my tablas were all steel. Even my buy-ins, all steel. Now, I know you're not saying how this pertains to the question, those apps. I'll get to that, but it does start. Listen, it's like parts. It's like parts. You have parts to a car. You need 4 wheels. You're not gonna drive on 3 wheels unless it's a triangular car. So, in that sense, a triangle car. So, and that being said, listen, a tabla would sound great. Yes, I seen tabla players kundals which have 4 or 5 times around, which is great. The strength may be equivalent to a steel ring. I may be right. I may be wrong. However, steel rings are the way to go. The reason I say steel rings are the way to go, it helps the tabla tension in the tabla. It helps the tension for to recuperate. And I mean, there's so many things you have to watch out in a tabla. Like over the months, you may find slack from the the straps, the cord, whatever. Vectrin. Vectrin is a very expensive option, but it's worth it. It'll last you 5-10 years, and it's strapped that found by I give credit to David Jovino. David Jovino is makes the new mechanism for tablas, which has which you take a bolt and you screw under the tabla, and what it does, it changes the pitch automatically. His tablas are 0 stretch, and I like it too. He also uses steel ring, and that's steel rings are the best for a tabla. It helps the tension. Even if the steel ring is not in the middle of a tabla, it will sometimes tend to fall off to the left or the far right. Honestly, I'd rather have a steel ring. It makes your pitch. You only have to pull the tabla so many times to get a right pitch. And by watching on YouTube, I see a lot of tabla kundals, but in the next 5 years, I want to see on tabla on YouTube everybody using steel rings. Like I said, it's a one-time investment. You can rehead your tablas, unlimited reheads. How much how much reheads your tabla could take, um, and the steel ring will not break. So that's what I was trying to get to a lot of you. Now it costs $15 to $20 would be a good run. Not. I mean, I still want to experiment with a thicker kundal, and I mean just the size, not the outer the measurement like 4 inch 4 inch. I want to I have a 3/8 thickness, which is very fat like my finger, if you would to put it like that. Now I want to get like a 1 inch or like a 1.5 and see what is the possibilities, because remember it's a thicker kundal, and if it less stable pull and now you see this is cord, and it's not gonna last very long on this. I mean I wanted to, but I don't want it to bad talk and say it's not gonna last, but this is the power. I mean this is the advantages of steel ring. It has a little buzz, but a slight octave raise, So yeah, steel rings are very essential to a tabla. Hi, Spot. Now this is, Harish's question did bring a lot of insight to mind, because now I want to look at things differently. When I say differently, Harish asked a brilliant question. You see, guys, this is a cheap tabla shell. I bought it for 125 5 years ago, around 5 year mark, and honestly, it's been. I mean, honestly, it depends on the how much money you pay for a set, how much what kind of thickness, what kind of wood it is. I heard tabla players that have teak $1,000, wood, which is very hard to find, and it depends on the wood, and you know. And honestly, I just want to say, thank you guys for watching. But this is, something that I'm happy that I started a tabla discussion that it can engage all followers on Facebook or the social media to let's debate. And like I said, because there's a lot of stuff. Now there's a group chat. I don't know if you guys want to. Sorry, I'm just testing. It's still in testing phase. I'm new to Google Hangouts, but it's still I'm still getting the hang of it. I never broadcasted on this type of it's so brilliant. The Google Broadcast has a nice brilliant has a nice interface. So oh no. Oh yeah. So I'm trying to get the link to work, guys. It's not working. Just bear with me. Oh yeah, the YouTube link. Now, if you guys want to chat, you guys could chat the Google Hangout link I will post on Facebook. I'm gonna post it to everybody right now. I'm gonna post it so you guys could chat with me, and so okay, posting the links. Okay, now a tabla, like I said, a tabla steel ring is needed, because I think my theory is you have a steel ring, you will never have to worry about pitch drop, unless it's your cord. Like I'm using drum rope right now, and you hear the pitch. So that was funny. And and like I said, you get your steel rings. I'll give you the site. I'll give you my contact. You gotta tell them Richard sent you, and probably give you a little nice discount. But like I said, going back to the point, you know, your tabla really depends on your ring and the head. Now, next thing we're gonna talk about is the head. The head is very important where you get it. Now, this is a $25 head I got at Sanskriti Queen USA, and their heads are I think people would say yeah, public would say below average, because the shy that falls off, and it's hard. It's I mean they have very good skins. You just gotta check back in time for a new batch. You don't want to get a bad batch and then come to rehead it on your tabla, and then you mess up, and so their heads are good. I'm not gonna lie, because I have a couple of heads. The Bayan I'm holding in my hand, it's a yellow and black Bayan I did for a client named Anand. And honestly, this tabla got a repull, but the it's crazy how how vibrant steel and yellow and black looks. Now, I had it more higher, but it's giving me a overtone, which I like, and I don't see a lot of tablas. I gotta pull it again, so this way it gives some, and I got 4 pegs on it, so maybe if I try to hit it with my hammer, it would probably go up in pitch. Yeah, these heads are very cold. See, that went up a lot. I think that went up 1 step. Now, I'm happy that that tabla came out like that, because honestly, when you make something color, it's very hard to try to make that color of the rope stand out. Everybody wants traditional colors. White is a nice color. White strap, white strap will work good on tabla. But I saw that tabla shell as steel. Steel and vibrant colors go together. So that's what I was telling you guys. If you guys want me to redo your tablas, I will redo it any color you want. I could get you a nice color. I could also get you neon colors, which are hard to get. So contact me. I'm gonna post this so we could chat just now. I just found out about it, so I just found out about I could chat. So just give me 1 second. So yeah, you see, and this Bayan has a ring made out of the same material, so which is equivalent, or I mean not as equivalent as steel ring, but it's a up runner. It's a front runner basically. It's a front runner to the steel ring. So next to head, getting back to the heads from Sanskriti, you could get better heads. I mean Sanskriti is a great place. I mean, my shopping experience was I got fresh heads, and in my experience. So the other point I want to make is your shell should not be cracked. No cracks. You don't want cracks on your shell. That's a bad, because it's gonna leak out a lot of sound leakage, and that's not good for the tabla. If you may, that's bad for the tabla. Sound leakage is very bad for a tabla, especially a Dayan. I mean, Bayans have sound leakage from the dented Bayans, and little do we know about Bayans, but they're cracked. Sometimes dents become bad. They seep a little crack, and they have sound leakage. Okay, that was a weird sound. That's my cat. Yeah, so like I said, heads. Next thing we're gonna look at the cord. So really, shell. Shell. It depends on a lot of factors, guys. That's all I could say. I mean, on this topic. Unless we could research this and into what do you call it, like a lab where we could test the subtleties of the chisel shell in a hand machine shell. Sorry, and then we could, then we could say, okay, this shell is better than, this, and But until then, we can't say nothing. We can't. But it's very debatable. This shell I have here is um is a cheap shell, and look at the difference. You know, it depends. Where you shop at too. So it's so many factors we have to look at. You know, it goes to show you a cheap shell sounds good. You know what I mean? Not all music instruments have to be, you know, you know, um, I mean, in a sense, you want to pay a good price, a good, wood, good, all these features, but you have a cheap tabla and it can sound so amazing, you know. So that goes to show you that cheapness sometimes does pay off in a good way. But like I said, look at this tabla shell. Doesn't this show you that, or help you prove to believe me that sometimes it's not all about the money. It's all about how you carry your instruments with love, and it's a lot of factors, guys. But in my opinion is sometimes you get a great bargain for a cheap shell. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But I may sound crazy, but I think cheap shells are sound great. So that's my take on it. You guys could start chatting with me in the group chat. I will send a link. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna post a link on Facebook. I want to see what it does. Huh. Yeah, so like I said, it depends, and you have a nice braid on your head too. It'll be nice if everybody could start using steel under their tablas. It'll be great, actually. It'll be a great thing. Less pulling, less stress, less maintenance, less everything. And just gotta understand, it'll be nice if we could have um give me 1 second, guys. Testing Google Ear. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically, Google Hangouts basically I didn't know I could chat until up to now, and it's so amazing. um, yeah, I'm just watching this, and it's nice. So there's my discussion, guys, and let me get ready for Tabla school. Like I said, but like I said, that's my opinion on a lot of stuff. You know, that's my opinion. That you have a steel ring, nice head, nice cord, strap, and your doesn't matter what tabla shell you have. I mean, in my opinion, you could have the worst. I mean, look at this. It's a cheap tabla. I'm not calling it the worst, but it's a cheap tabla, and the sound. See, that's the thing with cord. It's gonna slack. The pitch is very you gotta try to maintain the pitch a lot. So yeah, like I said, guys, it depends. It's so many factors. It also could be temperature. It could be nature. It could be tabla shells are so amazing. Some of them are hollow out halfway, all the way. I never saw a tabla shell. I seen one tabla shell that was all the way, all the way. I saw a tabla shell that was halfway. That was crazy. I didn't know how to sound with sound. So sorry, just give me 1 second. Try to get back to the main screen. Okay. Sorry about the errors, guys. It's kind of it's kind of hard doing this. This is my first time on Google. I mean, not first time, but you know, um, this is my first time on Google Hangouts Broad. You know, talking about broadcasts. So right now, I just want to sign out on that note. But like I said, all the things I said, you have to take it into consideration. Good head, good ring, good strap, and how you take care of it. If it has cracks on it, stay away from that shell, or try to repair that shell. Don't stay away from that shell. I mean, try to repair it. Put some kind of sealant and test the shell out. Not all Tabla shells are bad. Remember that. The lesson for today is each Tabla shell has a unique sound, and all of them are made for the. And remember, you can't judge a tabla shell. Remember, all of them are made for God, to play God's music in some way. In some way you may not even know. So, this is Richard Malvier, and I'm signing out. Thank you. Okay, how do I get out?